What's up, everybody? How are y'all doing on this Thursday night? I apologize for running just a little bit behind. We were having some technical difficulties. Welcome to this Thursday night edition of Laidee Jae's Late Night Vibe Check for Thursday, October 19th, 2023 at 11:15 p.m. Eastern Time on the East Coast, 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time on the West Coast. I promise you I'm not always this tardy, but tonight things happen. Just to introduce myself, my name is Jermiria, Laidee Jae Darden, and I am unapologetically a whole vibe, and I am the entrepreneur and the vibe queen of Laidee Jae and the vibes, unapologetically a whole vibe, Laidee Jae and the vibes, of course, which includes the following entities, and I'm going to slow my speech down thanks to my brother out in Los Angeles, Sean, who kind of reminded me, hey, slow it down, and I am taking your advice to heart. Thank you, my brother. So, following entities, of course, Laidee Jae and the Travel Vibes. I am an independent travel business owner, partnered with IntelliTravel. You can go to my website at jermiriadarden.intellitravel.com. You can actually go on there and set up a free account. You can use the IntelliTravel search engine and search for your flights, your cruises, your hotels, and resort stays. You can actually set up and get your passport or your visa. All-inclusive vacation options. We do work with every major airline, every major hotel franchise, every major cruise line, resort stay, all of the above, this, that, and the third, my brothers and sisters. So, go to that website and get set up and set up your next adventure. Speaking of adventures, my next flight adventure, airplane-wise, December 16th to Washington, gifting myself my first trip to the West Coast for Christmas, so looking forward to that. Secondly, Laidee Jae and the Wedding Vibes. I am an ordained wedding officiant and a travel agent, so you can actually book me. I can ordain your wedding. You know, I am ordained to officiate within the United States, including Alaska, Hawaii, U.S. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, of course, and soon going to get my passport to where I can ordain weddings all of the world. All gloves in, hands off. I mean, once I get my passport, hey, it's on. So DM me or email me if you're interested in booking me as your wedding officiant, and you can kill two birds with one stone. I can also book your destination wedding and your honeymoon. Non-refundable deposit is required at booking. If you want to set a date with me, most definitely get to it. I am proactively booking for 2024, so hit me up. Also, Laidee Jae and the Makeup Vibes. I am a Seint beauty makeup artist. As you can see, look at this face. This face is made by Seint. The makeup is giving. So, if you're interested in shopping for yourself or for someone you love, men, there's also some skincare on the website. Help me help you as the holidays are approaching. So, go to jermiriadarden.saintofficial.com, as you can see in the caption, and you can shop for your girlfriend, your mom, your auntie, your grandma, your wifey, boo thing. Get her some makeup. Or men, get you some skincare. Women, get your significant other some skincare, because you know their skin, they gotta take care of themselves too. Men's self-care is important, so get on it. You know, hey, if y'all want to glow and grow together, y'all got to take care of each other. You know what I'm saying? We high vibing in this thing. Anyways, help me help you get prepared for the holidays. So, also, I am a Nerdy Nuts brand ambassador. Speaking of Nerdy Nuts, peanut butter. This is the Zombie Zinger that I mentioned the other day, which is still available for purchase. And I'm going to post this link right now. If you missed the taste test on this, go back to my video that I did on yesterday. And this is still available for purchase on the Nerdy Nuts website. You can go to nerdynuts.com. You can also use my personal discount code at checkout, which is LaideeJae. That's LaideeJae, as mentioned in the caption there. And you'll get a discount. Also, I am a Golden Tickets affiliate. Yes, you can, if Ticketmaster and Live Nation has sold out your concert, theater event, sporting event of choice, I got the hookup. You can go to my website at jermiriadarden.goldentickets.com, and you can search for the concert event, as well as your theater event, sporting event of your choosing, and I can hook you up to where Ticketmaster and Live Nation has failed you and sold out. You can get tickets through me, then I can help you out. So help me help you. And lastly but not least, I am the host of Laidee Jae's Late Night Vibe Check. Thank you all so much for tuning in and joining me on this Thursday night. And again, I do apologize for being just a tad bit tardy tonight. Technical difficulties here. If you join, please say hello. I would love to hear from you and see that you have joined tonight's broadcast. Please, as the pinned comment says, like, comment, share, follow, do all the things to get the algorithm going, because sharing is caring. And yeah, the algorithm isn't always so kind. Hello, Morgan. How are you doing? Hey, sweetheart, sending you lots of love and positive vibes. What's up? That's my girl, Shalanda Wright. Hey, how you doing, sis? How you doing, sis? Before I get to the meat of what I'm going to be talking about tonight, let me kind of go ahead and switch the vibe up just a little bit. You know, gotta kind of change it up a little bit to kind of match what we're talking about tonight. Since I am speaking about a pretty unforgettable weekend that I had, why don't I just, you know, set the vibe a little bit. And let me get to, yeah, let's get to this one. Let's get to this one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, talking about my weekend in Kansas, I might as well have my bestie in the background, right? You know? Let's do this thing. So anyways, before I get to the meat and potatoes of tonight's episode, I would like to first publicly apologize. You know, last week I did do a shout out to the X5 podcast team, shouting out their episode that they did with my bestie Brett Carlisle and the legendary great white guitarist Mark Kendall. I had failed to mention a member of the X5 podcast team. So, Jeff Allen, I do apologize. Please, 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 please do not hold it against me for, I didn't mean to omit you in purpose. Like, I want to go ahead and get that out there, you know, and publicly apologize for leaving you out. I didn't mean to leave you out. It's like, I wanted to make sure that the whole team, the whole X5 squad, y'all were recognized for that amazing episode. And yeah, I want to make sure you were acknowledged tonight. So first and foremost, dear sir, do apologize for non-intentionally leaving you out last week in the shout out, because you deserve some credit. You were actually on the episode with Mark and Brett, and so yeah, I definitely needed to, I was going to make sure that I make that right tonight. So yeah, and speaking of the X5 podcast episode, to the gentleman at the Lake Charles, Louisiana show back in August that decided to take back the merch because you thought my bestie was lip syncing, I hope your ears was burning after that podcast episode, sir. And again, thank you. Thank you for the free publicity. It's you know, you're still giving me a laugh 2 months later. Cheers, my guy. Anyway, I'm sorry. Stuff like that gives me a laugh, and I've been really tickled since that clip has been going around last week. I mean, because really, Brett Carlisle could never, and I meant what I said about that. Whew, dude. And P.S. he was not lip syncing in Kansas either, so let's negate that too. Anyway, yes, let's talk about Kansas. Laidee Jae meets Kansas, Kansas meet Laidee Jae. So, before I even get into that, let me go ahead and give a shout out to AON and George Lynch and the Lynch Mob crew, Dockin crew, Terry Ilous, and XYZ crew. In case you didn't notice, they slayed through the Sunshine State these last week and a half, full of shows. Sold out in Pompano Beach, Florida. Sold out in Destin. Sold out in Tampa. Just all the articles, all the photos. if you haven't noticed all the photos and all that stuff on social media, man, it's like, come on, y'all. Just all the good stuff, just the AON fam jam, y'all are doing it. Long time coming. If you saw the most recent article that was written about them, if you know, you know. It's been a long time coming for these guys. Just saying. Not gonna even get into it. Also, before I even get to meat and potatoes of everything, I know I wrote a post yesterday about the whole Jada Will Smith situation. It's like, look, here's a 1 minute verb on that. I understand everybody has their opinions. I am respectful of everybody's opinions about the whole situation with Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith and all that. And being that they're celebrities, of course, quite naturally, celebrities like that, if you flaunt your relationship, there's going to be a little bit of hint of narcissism and everything. But everybody has their opinions about different situations and stuff like that. But hey, I want to kind of get this clear before anybody says anything otherwise. As a woman, I'm always going to advocate and cheer on another woman. However, I feel as though as a grown woman, I feel as though it's my duty to call out another woman when they're in the wrong, when they're out of order, because it's not always the man's fault in the relationship. You have your manipulative women out there who place the blame on the man, villainizing him for their part in the relationship, for their part in the breakup. It's not always the man's fault. So before, and I understand situations are different with everybody else, and when I posted what I posted yesterday, it kind of hit me personally on a personal note, and I'm not going to even go into that because it's not worth the energy, but I feel like I just need to get that out there. As a woman, I'm always going to straighten your crown, but I feel at the same time, as women, we need to be able to not be afraid to call each other out and hold each other accountable when we're out of order. And I'm going to leave it on that. So let's kind of, we're vibrating high from here on out. Anyways, back to the meat of the episode. Kansas. Meet LaideeJae. LaideeJae meets Kansas. My first trip to Wichita, Kansas. Specifically, Mulvane, Kansas, to the Kansas Star Casino out at the Kansas Star Arena in Mulvane, Kansas, where I got to experience my very first show, Great White Show, seeing my bestie Brett Carlisle in action for the first time since he took on the role of being the lead singer over a year ago. So let me tell you, first of all, shout out to my longtime childhood fam and friend Neil Spear and his daughter Jaden. They both took me to and from Atlanta Airport. Took me to Atlanta Airport Saturday morning to get to my flight. Took me and picked me up from Atlanta Airport Sunday morning from my flight. And I really do sincerely appreciate y'all for taking the time out of your schedules to get me to and from Atlanta on Saturday and Sunday, because it was definitely a hectic day. When I get excited about something, I feel like a kid on Christmas Day. So I took a nap the Friday evening before, and I woke up at 10:30 p.m. Eastern time, and yeah, I was awake from that point on. Stayed up all night because I was excited about this trip. I've been looking forward to this trip, and yeah, I stayed up that full night. Did not sleep. Stayed up and got myself ready for the one-day trip. Did not take a nap. Did not stop in between. Just, you know, I don't know for anybody else that gets excited about stuff like this, but if you're like me and you know something's coming up and it's like you become like a kid on Christmas Day and you're like staying up and just all giddy and stuff, yeah, that's me. That's how I am when I get excited about something. And that's for me, I get really super excited and just geeked up when it's something that's about to happen and everything. So I can't help it. I can't help that. That's just how I am. So I was up, literally up for the majority of that full day. So made it to Atlanta, to the airport, made it to my, now mind you, this is the second time on a plane for me. Excuse me. Second time on a plane for me. First plane ride in 15 years. So I was definitely getting myself reacquainted. Atlanta Airport, For those who may not be familiar with where I'm from Lynette, Alabama, which is right along the Alabama-Georgia border, halfway between Atlanta, Georgia and Montgomery, Alabama. So the Atlanta airport is about an hour and 15 minutes from my house. So it's a very short distance. It's just literally up the road, up Interstate 85. And so didn't take much for me to get to the airport. I got there in plenty of time with me and my one little bag, TSA bag and everything, clear bag to carry with me to the plane and all of that. And yeah, I was running on zero sleep and fumes, but I was excited about the trip to Kansas. And plus, I was also housing a surprise in tow. And I'm sure there's been a lot of buzz and a lot of talk about this particular surprise that I'm going to show you. You've probably already seen the pictures and everything. So here it is. Here is the buzz. So, in case you haven't noticed, that is a shirt of Brett. So here's the vision for this prize. Maybe you didn't see the post, it has it in full detail, but I'm going to go ahead and do a quick recap. So, as I was preparing for the trip, I was thinking about, different stuff to wear, and I thought back on a particular post that he made back in 2018, May 9th, 2018 to be exact, with the caption that is shown on the shirt. And it says, "Now you've seen what I've become, now you've seen what I can do, and now you've seen what I'm capable of." Now, this original particular post kind of drew some attention during that time frame because everybody loved the photo. Now, this is a photo that was taken by a mutual friend of ours, Lauren Dunham Stevens. Shout out to Lauren for that amazing photo. This is a post that kind of drew a lot of attention within the comments during this particular time, and one of his best friends, Dalton, was like, "I'm gonna make Brett Carlisle shirts and everything," and so we were all buzzing about possibly getting a shirt with this photo, but it never jumped off really. So I thought about that, and I was like, So it all happened in a matter of like 24 hours. So it was the Sunday prior to the trip. So it would have been the 8th of October, the Sunday before. I reached out to my business partner and longtime friend, Cynthia Harris, who just happens to own a t-shirt business. I reached out to her and I was like, "Look, I know you've had quite a rough week with everything going on with you." She had just lost her bonus dad. And I reached out to her and I was like, "Look, I know you got everything going on and you're trying to get back into the swing of things, but I have a vision for a shirt. Can you help me out with this?" And so I sent her the picture, sent her a caption, let her know, "Hey, this is what I want to wear, this, that, and the third." She got it done for me within that night. Literally had the shirt designed, printed out. We approved it. I approved it through Messenger and everything. And literally the following Monday morning, last Monday morning, October 9th, I picked it up. Literally came to fruition. I was like, woo! I was like, yes. And so the only people that knew about the shirt was her and Lauren. Those were the only ones that knew in advance about the shirt prior to me even posting about it or even telling him about it or talking about it. I was like, okay, so I kind of teased him about the surprise a little bit. So I was like, I have one more epic surprise, because for those of you that know me, I'm synonymous with surprises when it comes to AON. So y'all see, if you followed along the last 5.5, 6 years, y'all know I've been synonymous with surprises and everything. So yeah, I was like, and thinking on it, I was like, oh, the timing is perfect, because by the time the date happens when I wear this shirt, it'll literally be 5 years, 5 months, and 5 days to the date of the post that I wear that shirt. Some things are just meant to be. Literally. Anyways, let's continue on. So I make it to the airport. I get on my flight and everything, make it through TSA and everything, and make it to the flight and all of that. And Thankfully had some amazing people that were in the row with me that were actually heading home to Wichita, and I was explaining, this is my first time in Kansas, first time going there. It was like, oh, it's so awesome, have fun and everything. And so of course I'm being sleep deprived. I tried to go ahead and sleep on the plane, didn't happen. I may have closed my eyes for 15 minutes and then opened them for the rest of the time, so I was like, whatever. Couldn't do it. Couldn't sleep on the plane for anything. I guess it's just, the excitement and the anxiety of being on the plane and everything. But fast forward to finally landing in Wichita and everything, and everything, and it's when I get to Kansas, y'all, windy. I'm like, okay, this is how you welcome to Alabama, girl. I see what Dorothy and Toto was talking about. Y'all literally trying to blow me away from jump. Entering into Wichita, Kansas. So, okay. So I'm kind of dragging, and I was like, okay. I was like, okay, Wichita, Dwight D. Eisenhower International Airport is just a little bit different than ATL Airport. The only drawback I have with that airport is the signage. It's like, come on, where's the signage? Where do I need to go? It's like, I'm delirious at this point. I'm running on fumes, but I'm committed. So, anyways, shout out to a dear friend that I've made over this last month, Pamela Brandenburg, who drove down from St. Louis to pick me up from the airport. This was her first time in Kansas as well. And a backstory, she actually came to Alabama to the AON hometown show back in September, but we never crossed paths that night. And I don't know if it was because it was my first show back, seeing everybody in Birmingham that night after a year and a half and everything that was going on. But we never crossed paths that night. And it was weird because we finally crossed paths when she commented on the tattoo post about my AON themed tattoo, because she has a special tattoo of her own, and it's Brett's signature. That's like kind of between the chest and the shoulder-ish type bit. If you go to my profile picture, she's in it, and you can see the tattoo. So we kind of bonded over the fact that we had both had special tattoos in anyways. But anyways, she had just so happened was going to the show and everything, and so we had planned it out to where she would pick me up in the airport and take me back and everything. So shout out to Pamela. Thank you, girl, for picking me up from the airport, and literally we had the best time. We landed in Wichita, and we decided to go ahead and have some Mexican food. I think we went to, and I'm gonna try to remember, I think we went to Carlos Kelly's Mexican. It's like a Mexican franchise out in Kansas. The food, OMG, food was bomb. And y'all know I'm a foodie. Y'all know I'm like legit the foodie. Food was bomb. Like, we had like the stuffed Mexican pizza. The queso was good. I think the queso had like maybe chorizo or something like that. The guac, I love me some good guac. That guac was good. Like, so good. The tortilla. I had some like burnt pork and street tacos with like legit corn tortillas. The food was immaculate. Like, this customer service, in the words of Keith Lee, it's a for show you're right on. It was a 10. The food, a 10. Like, literally. And I think because I was so tired and drug out, I really wasn't even able to eat all my food. And then we both got, of course, some they had a special on Long Island iced teas, and you could get it on any flavor. And so of course I want to try mango. Again, bomb. 10. So I was like, okay, this is how you do it, Kansas. Hey, that's what's up. Hey, I was living for Kansas. Kansas was already treating a lady right. So, hey, so far I got a really good impression about Kansas. So after we ate, we get to the Kansas Star Casino, and they have a hotel that's connected to the casino, and also there's an event arena connected to the casino. Now, mind you, for those of you who may not have followed me on social media, I'm a pastor's daughter. Of course, they always tell you, don't go to casinos and everything and all of that, Never been to a casino. in all my years. Finally got to do that Saturday. I was like, okay. I was like, I'm gonna, first time in the casino. I'm gonna, I ain't gonna overdo it. I'm just gonna put a little in on some slot machines and test my luck. Your girl was able to flip $5 into 100 quick. So I was like, let me stop it there. Let me stop it right here. I was like, hold up, slow up. I ain't gonna overdo it. So, but the vibe in that venue, shout out to Kansas Star Casino, because y'all know, if you're traveling and happen to be in Wichita, Kansas, go to Kansas Star Casino, because that place was a full-on vibe. The customer service overall throughout the staffers in that casino, immaculate. Shout out to my new friend Devin, who was a bartender at the Salted Lime. I meant what I said earlier this week. Kansas Star Casino, you need to give that man a raise and a promotion. I don't know if it's because we get watered down drinks here in Alabama at bars, but he stepped it up. Like, if I'm gonna pay $14 for a drink, I better taste the top shelf alcohol that I ordered. I mean, and he did that. As a matter of fact, he shelled out so much good customer service, he was banging it out throughout the whole night. Non-stop. He didn't miss a beat. So, Devin, if you ever happen to watch this, and I'm talking to your superiors at Kansas Star Casino, please, I need for y'all to give the man a promotion and a raise, because he deserves it. The customer service at the Salted Lime throughout the whole entire night, top notch. 10 out of 10 out of 10 out of 10 out of 10. If I could give 100 out of 10, this dude deserved it. All of it. So let's fast forward to getting into the line and getting ready for the concert. Now, mind you, by the time I get to the line, of course, I didn't have no sleep. Your girl hadn't taken a nap or anything like that at all. It was just kind of dragging, but hey, I was excited about the show and everything. And of course, I had my shirt on and everything and all that. And Brett had already knew about the shirt and everything, so I had texted him because we were both running on low sleep and everything. But get into the line, meeting people along the way and everything. And me, when I come to a music show, for me, I love meeting new people. That's where I thrive at. When I go to music shows, I love meeting new people. I love talking to people along the way, and so I was talking to different people in the lines and stuff, and really just meeting different fans along the way. There was fans of all ages and their different shirts. I was like, hey, who are you seeing tonight? And who are you feeling that? And I was kind of low-key advertising the obvious. I was like, and I ran into some folks. I was like, I haven't seen Great White in years. And I was like, well, just to let you know, check them out with the new lead singer. I was doing some free, hey, I'm all about supporting music acts, free advertisement, whatever I could do. I was talking to people and mailing people, and we're just chill, and just the vibes were good in the line and everything, getting into the place. So finally getting in, Pamela and I, because we had gotten our tickets separately, we were off our separate ways and everything. So I went to my seat in the 5th row, which I purchased through my affiliate site. I can purchase my own stuff and get my own commission. That's what I love about being an affiliate. Yeah. Anyway, back to the original point. Get into the 5th row and everything, and of course, the vibe was everything. The music was being played pre-show, and I was like, literally, at that point, I was trying to stay awake because I could feel my energy kind of going down a little bit. I was like, no, I'm devoted. I did not come here all the way out here to Kansas from Alabama to fall asleep at a show. I was committed. So, I was very much committed. So, made it through Vixen, and I enjoyed them. Made it through Slaughter. I enjoyed Slaughter. But, me being the little giddy girl, I'm like, when's Great White coming on? I was like, come on, what is going on? Okay, so finally they it was about time. I think I had texted Brett, and I was like, hey, FYI, I'm sitting in this part of the area, this and this, so so he could kind of know where I was and everything. So I was getting myself ready. I was like, let me go live so that everybody back in Alabama can kind of experience what I was experiencing, because it's like, hey, I finally made it to see my bestie in action, because I had spent the better part of the last year since he's taken the new role of being the lead singer for Great White. I noticed a lot of the fan videos on social media and the articles and the comments that were being made and the positive response that he was getting and everything. And so being in that moment to experience it in person and everything, especially considering for those who may not have known, prior to that, 27 days prior to that night, I was in a single vehicle car crash, which just so happened literally when I was heading home from Birmingham at the AON hometown show. And so I'm doing great. I'm recovering well. I'm thankful to be alive. So in that moment, I was thinking, you know, the fact that I actually get to experience seeing my best friend in this new role after having survived a wreck that could have killed me 27 days prior, yeah, I did not take that moment for granted. And so I wanted everybody back in Alabama, Brett's parents, Brett's family, everybody, all of our mutual friends, the AON Jackalope Squad, everybody back in Birmingham and beyond. I wanted them to experience what I was experiencing and everything. And so I did go live. I'm sure you've all seen the videos and everything that I've posted throughout this week, and especially today with the reaction videos and everything. I did the live with Desert Moon and Lady Red Light, and so thank you all for all of the comments and all of the love for the videos that I posted and everything else. And I'm glad you all liked everything, because I really wanted for other people to experience what I was experiencing, because I knew this was going to be pretty heavy for me, because more than anything, I'm and I'm trying to, I'm starting to get a little bit stumbled in my words. That's one of the things that I have had to deal with since the wreck on the 17th of September. Let me slow down. I'm not gonna ugly cry on this broadcast tonight. Oh man, I said I wasn't gonna cry, and I try not to, because I've ugly cried quite a bit today already and this week. So let me get it together, because I'm gonna I've extended this broadcast to at least go for another 5 or 6 minutes, but because I pretty much have said all that I've said in the reaction videos that I've posted today. If you haven't checked them out, they're on this page and on my YouTube channel. I'm not going to do this right now. I'm not going to do this right now. Whew, man. Let me get this out of the way, and I'm going to end it before I start ugly crying here. To witness somebody literally living the dream that they've dreamt about, after witnessing the hard work that they've put in over the years, staying on the grind, getting past the comments and the dissent from different people, to watch somebody that is your best friend literally living his dream, and seeing all that hard work that he's put in over the years to fruition. Whoo, man. Sorry, y'all. I said I wasn't gonna ugly cry tonight, man. Man, y'all got me ugly crying on this thing tonight. To be able to have the moment to see all of that come to fruition on a national stage, after having seen all the videos and stuff and the fan comments that y'all made throughout this last year, my soul needed that moment. And my soul needed that moment. And for those of you great white fans that went out of your way, once y'all realized who I was, and y'all went out of y'all's way to make sure that I was able to capture everything that I wanted to capture that night, thank y'all so much. It meant a lot to me. It really, really did. Whew, man. It meant a lot. It really did mean a lot. And, to, Audie Desbrow, sir, the honor of my life, meeting you and getting a picture with you was not on my 2023 bingo card, man, but I'm so honored, and I'll never forget that moment, because as a drummer girl, as a literal drummer girl who's on the drum line in school and everything, and you're literally on my list of favorite drummers that I highly respect and love, and the fact that my best friend gets to perform with you on a national stage and everything, the fact that I got to have that picture with you and got to finally meet you and everything, and after literally years upon years of respecting you as a drummer, sir, I'm so grateful for the honor of having to finally meet you in person. And I know I'm gonna eventually, I didn't get a chance to meet Mark and Michael and Scott, but y'all, thank y'all for Jesus. Thank y'all for what y'all have done for Brett over this last year and everything. And I'm gonna wrap this up because I'm literally I've been ugly crying throughout today and throughout this week. But I want to say this, and I'm gonna leave it alone. At the end of the show, I had to kind of step away for the better part of 30 minutes to kind of collect my composure, because my heart and everything throughout that night was just full. And as I was leaving where I was sitting at, I noticed a couple of female great white fans that were looking at me, and they was like, "You must be one lucky woman." And I'm like, and I was thinking in the back of my head, as they were saying that, I was like, luck really has nothing to do with it. For those who have witnessed what I've had to deal with for the last 5.5, 6 years, and especially having navigated what I had to navigate over these last several months with being mama's caretaker and every change that I've had to go through in my life, I wouldn't consider luck for anything, because it's been, with everything that I've had to go through and everything that I've had to navigate through over these last several weeks, I would never have been able to navigate it without him. The biggest blessing that I could ever say, the biggest blessing of my life, was crossing paths with Brett Carlisle and having him as my best friend. And I can't help but to be proud of him where he is, because he's worked so hard to get to where he is now. And he's been there for me through the good, bad, and ugly of my life, and at my lowest, and never missed a beat. And I appreciate that about him, and I love him dearly for that. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. And I'm gonna sign off. Thank you all so much for tuning in to LaideeJae's Late Night Vibe Check, and join me next Thursday night for another Thursday night edition of LaideeJae's Late Night Vibe Check. So for now, signing off. My name is Jermiria, LaideeJae Darden, and I am unapologetically a whole vibe. I'm gonna get off this line and go and ugly cry in peace with my Pib Ultra in this cup. And y'all take care of yourselves and have a wonderful weekend. And yeah, I love you all so much, and there's nothing you can do about it. So talk to y'all later. Peace.